I know you wrote an article. Jedrick Wills, we haven't heard much about him in free agency. Is that a guy you think they should look to potentially re-sign? They have a new offensive line coach that's a Bill Callahan protege that, Jedrick Wills looked better with Bill Callahan as his coach.
Yeah, I sort of piggyback that topic off of some comments made by Nathan Zagur actually on our station 92 through the fan where I work. He sort of threw out the idea of like right now where the Browns are at, like go re-sign Nick Chubb, go re-sign Elijah Moore, go re-sign Jedrick Wills. And of those three, Nick Chubb and Elijah Moore actually make some sense. Like Elijah Moore, position of need. He was never great, and I don't know if he's ever going to be great, but he's kind of like a steady presence in your offense. You know what you can kind of expect from him. Browns could use more wide receiver depth in that room. So that one makes some sense. The Jedrick Wills one is interesting because I get where he's going with that. Like, why not bring him back, see what he can do? He knows the offense. You kind of, again, similar to Elijah Moore, like you kind of know what to expect from him, even though what you can expect is maybe not great football. And fans obviously express their own frustrations with him over the years. I'm kind of in that same bucket as many fans. I don't know if it's worth bringing him back at this point. He's run his course. At this point we can say it was a failed first round pick that they used on Jedrick Wills. Yes, he was better under Bill Callahan than he was, I guess, last year, but I just think the injuries have piled up. I think it's time to just kind of like let bygones be bygones with that situation and move forward with other guys. Yes, it would add some depth and along the offensive line given how many injuries this team has dealt with up front the last couple of years, it doesn't hurt to have more bodies in that room, especially one that you're familiar with. But I just think that ship has sailed with Jedrick Wills. So I'd probably say not to bring him back. But I understand the thought process there because at this point, with how the market's kind of played out, Jedrick Wills is probably going to sign somewhere on like a prove it style deal where he's going to try to resurrect his career and see if he can get a bigger contract on the back end. And the Browns are in a situation where they kind of got to sign players to those types of deals because they don't have a lot of money to work with. But I think it's time to let somebody like that just kind of go and let that ship sort of sail off into the sunset. And also, there's something to be said for like you can bring back some guys from last year's team, understanding that you were a playoff team 2 years ago with many of the same parts and pieces. This past year, you were a 3-win team. But do you really want to bring back every piece and part from a 3-win team last year? Probably not.
No, without question. You need a different dynamic.